Hey everyone, the dogs and I are in Vilonia, Arkansas, and spending a night in a former Titan II missile silo. Let's go check it out. My name is Natasha Bajma, and these are my dogs, Charlie and Luna. We're embarking on the adventure of a lifetime, a 365-day journey across America with my Ford 350 Super Duty pickup truck and a truck camper. But this is no ordinary road trip. This is what happens when a disillusioned nuclear weapons expert, going through a midlife crisis, tries to begin a new career but can't quite get off topic. Radioactive Road Tripping is a travelogue show that documents my transformation from a longtime national security expert to a newbie director, cinematographer, and producer. We've just arrived in Vilonia, Arkansas, and the sunset is particularly on point this evening since we're boondocking next to a former Titan II missile silo. Tomorrow we get a tour of the silo, which has been converted into a bed and breakfast. After that, we'll get to have it to ourselves for a night. Last night was frigid. It got down to 17 degrees. I cranked on the propane heater but had to go without a space heater since we're currently off-grid. Today we're getting a tour of the converted silo from the Airbnb owner, and tonight we'll get the place all to ourselves. Before we get the tour, I want to give you a bit of context about the Titan II intercontinental ballistic missile. The Titan II was designed to be launched from an underground missile silo in support of the U.S. nuclear deterrent during the Cold War. It was first deployed in 1962 and remained in service until 1987. The Titan II was later used as a space launch vehicle to put satellites in orbit. The Titan II carried one W-53 nuclear warhead with a yield of 9 megatons. That's 9,000 kilotons. To give you a point of comparison, the Japanese cities of Nagasaki and Hiroshima were leveled with nuclear weapons with yields of less than 20 kilotons. One W-53 is the equivalent of 450 fat mans or little boys. 3 bases operated with 18 missiles each. The bases were located near Tucson, Arizona, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Wichita, Kansas. The 18 Titan II missiles deployed in Arkansas belonged to the 308th Strategic Missile Wing, operated out of Little Rock Air Force Base. The missile wing consisted of 2 squadrons of 9 missiles each and were designated as 373 and 374. The Titan II missile is famous for one of the most dangerous nuclear weapons accidents in U.S. history. In 1980, a nuclear-armed Titan II missile located near Damascus, Arkansas, designated 374-7, blew up, sending its nuclear warhead flying out of the silo and into the air and causing 1 death and as many as 21 casualties. Thankfully, the nuclear bomb didn't detonate and there was no release of radioactive material. The missile silo we're going to see today was designated Launch Complex 373-9. Let's go check it out.
I'm GT Hill, and I bought this. My therapist will tell me one day why I did. A little bit prepper, a little bit love the history of it, and a little bit just because it's a awesome place, and I thought it needed to be dug up and used for something else. The bottom of the access portal, about 35 feet underground. This is one of 4 6,000-pound blast doors. Each of these doors was designed to withstand 1,000 psi overpressure, which, put that in perspective, a tornado blows a house down at about 5 psi. So these are quite impressive. You're coming into the entrapment area of the blast lock. So this was designed so they would come in, open that door with, there'd be codes where they would be allowed to open that up. Once they got it open, they would lock it. It would be locked behind them. This is an entrapment area, which you may be familiar with. And then once that was done, then they were allowed, this one would unlock. And this was all controlled from the launch control center inside. So right now, we are right here. We're in this first blast lock room. So we came down the stairs. Originally, there were steel stairs and an elevator. And then Out parked kind of where you drove over was a 600-ton door covering the missile silo, 145 feet deep, about 60 feet in diameter, and the missile, 103 feet long, also about 10 feet in diameter. Used not only for Titan II, but also for Gemini, which is where was the tip of where Alan Shepard got his first flight to space for America. And yeah, long cableway. They're called cableways because their sole purpose, most of their purpose, was to haul cables, air, power, communications. But of course, there's a little space left there for some people. We're going to go through this door, which is called door number 7. There's 2 more blast doors on the other side. If we took a right, we'd go to the missile, which unfortunately is no longer there. When we take a left, we go to the launch control center. We're going to come into level 2. When you're underground, you count backwards. So 1 is here, 2, and then 3. So we'll come into number 2. Number 1 is where they would eat, sleep, because they were on 24-hour shifts. So they'd have a couple beds, kitchen, bathroom was all level 1. This is the only place in the entire facility that they could be alone. So anywhere else, they had to have what's called the 2-man no-loan zone policy, because these were very smart men and women that worked here, and they could technically hotwire the missile. So don't want to leave them alone. Level 2, that's where all the action would happen. It's where the launch desks are. Lots and lots of equipment. Remember, this is a spacecraft. So you see whole crews that are launching spacecraft today. This was effectively 2 people, so there had to be a lot of support equipment to make sure that that launch happened successfully. Air intake was here. Air system was on level 3, along with communications, septic. Most of what the phone you're recording on right now could do half the functions that was down there, built in the 60s.
I'm gonna open the door. I assume I just pull.
Yeah, so you want to pull, but not like jerk like a car door, because
Okay.
it's 6,000 pounds. So pull.
6,000 pounds.
And then you don't want to get between the door and the door stop behind you.
I'm pretty sure that would be a bad idea. Although, that would be something I would do.
So 6,000 pounds, that's about as much as like a regular truck. Not a big truck like yours, but a regular pickup truck's about 6,000 pounds.
God, this is so heavy. Am I supposed to pull it all the way to the door stop?
Whatever's but good for you.
Alright. 6,000 pounds.
Into the secret area here.
Ooh, secret.
There's lots of secret areas here. This is the one that would go to the missile itself.
Okay.
So you'd actually be able to see the missile vertically about 50 feet beyond the end of the current tunnel you see. Okay, so we're heading through the short cableway into the launch control center. So we come in on level 2, if you remember from your diagram earlier. This room originally was where they would launch the missile from. So it had launch desks, lots and lots of equipment to support that. Obviously now this is our catch-all room. When we were doing the Airbnb, we have extra beds, but we also have it set up for meetings, party space. We kind of convert it. We can make the lights any other color and convert it to a lot of different things. One of the cool things you'll see on this part is the springs. So these springs are what's holding us up right now. This bird cage is constructed 3 floors. It's hanging from the ceiling. Just think of like Tweety bird hanging from the ceiling. That's why it's called the bird cage. And there's a 1-foot space around the whole floor area. So it's called a rattle space. So that way this whole, if there's an earthquake or maybe something like a nuclear war, this will actually shake inside of it. So the whole idea,
This will shake.
Right, this whole thing.
Rattle and roll.
It will. And we've had people jump up and down a lot and get it moving.
That's good.
Well, we're on level 3. So you're in the kitchen. We're kind of what I call the deck area. Below us is the living room. Refrigerator's behind you. And then your pizza's in the freezer right here. You will find, you kind of have to do a little bit of a scavenger hunt, but you have to kind of look through, but you'll find a pan to cook your pizza on. Plates, forks.
The emergency exit is the last stop on the tour. If the main entrance collapsed for some reason, this was the only way out for the 2 young officers inside the missile silo. It's also my only emergency exit, and I'm gonna try it out. So I wouldn't recommend this if you're claustrophobic. I'm crawling through this rather narrow tube on my knees. At the end of the tunnel, there's a ladder that you have to climb for about 5 to 8 stories of steps. It is an emergency exit in every sense of the word. The dogs and I get to stay in the Airbnb tonight, which is a really good thing since it's getting down to 14 degrees. Let's see what Luna and Charlie think about the silo.
Should we go? Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Huh? Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. It's okay, Choo-Choo. It's okay. Where's Luna? Luna! Oh, there you are. Hi, baby. Shall we go? Huh? Let's go. Let's go into the door. Deep out of the missile silo. Come on. You coming, Churcher? Good girl. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Dogs running into the silos. Come back here. What are you doing? Come on. Let's go. Come on. Go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. This way. This way. Come on. Come on.
We're now on the first floor of the command center, or the top of the bird cage. This used to be the living quarters of the 2-man crew and has now been converted into the main bedroom and bathroom in the missile silo. We hope you enjoyed the tour as much as we did. If you want to follow my journey, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'd like to have access to behind-the-scenes content and exclusive merchandise, become a patron at patreon.com/Natasha Bajema